Thank you very much, Governor Sakaja, my friend. Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, CGH, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, the Governor of Nairobi County, Johnson Sakaja, Her Excellency Ambassador Henrietta Giga, European Union Ambassador to Kenya, my colleague, Honorable Machogu, who is here, our PSS who are present, our Committee of Parliament, led by the Chair, Mr. George, and the team, NTSA team who are present here, led by the Chair, distinguished guests from different organizations, especially the stakeholders of the transport industry. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once more. Your Excellency, before I make very, very brief remarks, let me introduce my colleagues who are here. We have Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, who is the Cabinet Secretary in charge of education and a very important stakeholder in terms of transport of our children and students in the various universities across the country. Thank you very much for being with us. He has informed me that he does not wish to make remarks today, but on Thursday he will say something about road transport and our students during his event on this Thursday. And then we have the PS, Your Excellency. I have one of the most hardworking PSs, a friend of mine, and our PS of transport, Mohamed Daga, who is here, Your Excellency. And he has done a fantastic job. He also says he doesn't wish to make any remarks today. We have our PS engineer, Joseph Bugwa, who is the PS of roads. Your Excellency, thank you very much for pairing us, the three of us. It has been a wonderful 1.5 years or thereabout, working with these two great gentlemen who are very passionate about what they do in the two departments of the ministry, and I want to appreciate them for the great partnership. We have here our PS, who is in charge of parliamentary affairs at the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Aurelia Rono, and we have our PS of Public Works, who is our neighbor also in the office, Honorable Joel Arumonyang. We have the IG of Police, who is here, IG Kome is here, and his team, and many other public officials. We have the NTSA Chair and the NTSA DG, and many others. Your Excellency, let me start by appreciating everyone who heeded to our call to come for this very important occasion when we are launching our National Road Safety Action Plan for 2024 to 2028. We would never have been able to do this action plan without the support of the men and women who are here. We thank the European Union for always working closely with us to support road safety measures and support NTSA with all other development partners, including the World Bank, Your Excellency, who may not be here, but who have played a very important role in this very important endeavor, and whom we look forward. I think the World Bank is here, right? Is there a representative of the World Bank here? Thank you very much. Maybe they are not here now, but this is a team that we have worked together to make sure that road safety is critical. I want to thank also the Parliament and our parliamentary committee, and thank you, George, for the work you're doing with your committee. Indeed, as the chair said, Your Excellency, this is one of the best committees, very friendly, hardworking, and they have been able to pass as many regulations and legislation we have requested them and facilitated the ministry to be able to do its work. So I want to thank them. I want to thank the stakeholders. Karagasha is here with the various border industry is also represented here. We have Matatu owners, Matatu welfare, transport associations who are here, different associations who have been of immense importance in terms of coming up with this very important strategic road safety action plan. Your Excellency, this is not the work of the ministry alone. This is a sector that cannot succeed if we try or even attempt to do things on our own. We will not succeed. Our intention and my intention in this ministry is to make sure that we have institutionalized solutions to problems of road safety. I do not wish Your Excellency to be glorified as a cabinet secretary or to have measures that will only be remembered for the short period of time I will serve in this docket. It should be, Your Excellency, that we have measures that I would last us, including your administration, so that therefore we have a country that reduces road carnage and road accidents, which is very painful if we think about the statistics. Your Excellency, the statistics are very, very, very grim and actually very telling of the very terrible behavior we have as citizens of this country. To be losing between 4,000 to 4,600, the highest was 2022, 4,600, and if we had gone at this rate in this year, perhaps we were going to surpass that number. And Your Excellency, every year to lose those people, and again to have about 20,000 critical injured people that you have in our hospitals, and it doesn't hurt us to know, and we don't feel really the pain enough to know that all the hospitals across the country, especially level 5 and above, have wards that are called border wards. You know, Your Excellency, where you have people who are critically injured. We have bills. We all know in our neighborhood that we'll be paying bills of up to, 4-5 million per accident, and you lose the person and you pay a higher bill, Your Excellency. It is estimated by the Ministry of Planning that we lose about 450 billion annually, which is 5% of our GDP, Your Excellency, to road accidents, because the pressure that it gives in the hospitals, the pressure that we go through because of these road accidents. And I think that this is something that should worry us. I was telling Kenyans the other day that we should have our anger sustained every day, because we have a situation where when we have road accident, like we had a few grisly road accidents in the last 1 month, you have national outrage, and everybody in the country is looking for somebody to blame. And usually the easiest target is the cabinet secretary. And Your Excellency, that outrage just lasts 1 week. When a new agenda comes, people move to something else. If we were outraged enough and angry enough, each one of us would do something every day to make sure that our roads are safe, because the greatest causes of accidents is recklessness. The most important actor in road accidents, Your Excellency, is the driver and the rider, because that is the man or woman who has the greatest control on whether or not they are going to sort out the problem of road accident. And therefore, in this strategic plan, the driver and the rider are at the center of this strategic plan, Your Excellency. We are talking about what we do to be able to train these drivers. I agree with the chair, and thank you very much, because that comes from the sector that is extremely important, that we are training our drivers for only 2 weeks, sometimes 1 week. Your Excellency, it's even worse for border riders, for motorcycle riders. Many of them, Your Excellency, go to the nearest football pitch, or they go to the nearest wheat farm, or the nearest maize farm. They train one afternoon, and the next day they are carrying an entire family, Your Excellency, without a driving license, without, Your Excellency, being checked. This is a sector that we have said that in the strategic plan we must train our drivers well, we must train our riders, and we must hold them accountable, Your Excellency. If this area is sorted, as we have talked with Matatu owners, including BRT system, we've been talking with Sakaja, among others, we are going to double or triple the people who are going to be employed when we eventually agree to organize this sector. Your Excellency, we want to protect the driver. Most of these drivers cause accidents because of fatigue. The Matatu owners and the business people are the ones who are telling them that you don't have a salary. But if you can give me a return tonight of 1 million, whatever is on top, it is yours. If you give me a return of 400,000, whatever is on top is yours. So the driver is driving, running helter-skelter around the city, around the country, trying to meet the targets of the Matatu owner so that they can have something on top of it. Yet the law speaks to the opposite, that a driver can only work for 8 hours. These people are not in properly organized employment. They do not have NSSF, they don't have NHIF. We want to work with the owners to make sure that the drivers are organized. They can only work for 8 hours, Your Excellency, and that means, therefore, instead of one driver working for 16, 18 hours, we are able to employ 2 people to carry out the responsibility that can be done, Your Excellency, as a driver. So the driver is at the center of this conversation. The rider is at the center. We want our drivers to accept that this is a job. This is a very important job. The government of Kenya today was formed because we told the people of Kenya that dignity of work is very important, that we must respect people from bottom up, that if you are a driver, we value you. If you are a rider, we value you. In any case, His Excellency the President was elected by hanging around border riders and drivers and people who are considered lowly in society. We want you to live in dignity. But if you must live in dignity, you must also partner with us for us to help you to have a dignified life. You must also respect yourself, to love your job, and to do it in the right way. You know, if you are a border rider and you respect yourself, you will have a helmet. If you are a border rider and you respect yourself, you will respect your machine. If you are a matatu driver, you will dress well, you will come to your job, you respect your machine, you respect your life, you want to live long. If it starts from there, then the government of Kenya partnering with you can help you through the financial mechanism that has been put in place, a hustler fund. We can move further to ensure that we source funding for you to start your business. We can move further to do many other things. And Your Excellency, since this strategic plan puts partnership at the center, I want to request our drivers and riders work with the ministry to sort this issue. The other very important partner, Your Excellency, is the county government. I have requested, Your Excellency, in writing that the next summit considers road safety as its most important agenda. Your Excellency, we have 2.5 million motorcycles in the country. About 1.8 million are active. And these active border riders, Your Excellency, need to be organized. We will not be able to organize them at Nairobi. These are transport mechanism of last mile. And as Honorable Sakaja has said, during the next summit, Your Excellency, under your leadership, let us discuss how to empower the counties, including, Your Excellency, the resources we will raise from instant finding and other mechanisms being sent to county governments to help them do road safety. Let them define where the border riders will operate from. Let them define the registration of border riders. For Honorable Sakaja to sort security in this city, he must be able to manage border sector. And I believe, Your Excellency, in the next agenda, as part of the strategic partnership, you will help us to make sure that counties, I would have expected that this meeting, because of the greater outrage we had, you know, in the last 1 month, every county leader and at least the Council of Governors would have considered this function extremely important. Because if we are going to sort the road accidents issue, we have to deal with border. You know why, Your Excellency? The leading cause of accidents in the country is borders now. The year 2000 to 2008, it used to be the public transport vehicles and private vehicles. But today, we lose the percentage of loss that we have. 38% of the people we lose, Your Excellency, are pedestrians. 32% are border riders. And Your Excellency, followed now with the passengers, who are 26% caused by PSV vehicles and private vehicles. Meaning, therefore, that if we have to reduce accidents, including the pedestrians that are knocked every day in the city of Nairobi and other parts of the country, we have to sort out the border sector, because that is important. And the question we should ask ourselves, how come our neighbors, our neighboring country, has managed to organize border sector that everybody dutifully is able to wear a helmet, Your Excellency, including the passenger? Now, if you come to Nairobi and you tell our Nairobi queens that you need to wear a helmet, they tell you, oh, it's smelling, or it's messing up my hair, Your Excellency. Which is more important, your hair or your safety? And it is proven, Your Excellency, that if you have an accident with a helmet, you are likely to survive, Your Excellency, because most of the injuries go to the head, and they are the most difficult injuries also to deal with. Your Excellency, we have in this strategic plan, Your Excellency, in this plan, we have put technology on the forefront. Your Excellency, thank you very much, because you have been calling every day to find out where are we with the instant finding system. Thank you, Your Excellency, because on your travel to Korea, as your first travel in the first year, you managed to secure and support a fund that will ensure that we have ITS system in the Nairobi city, Your Excellency, in about 80 junctions. Thereafter, in your trip to China, you also negotiated a fund, Your Excellency. We are going to have another 200 junctions on ITS system in Nairobi City. We will welcome you, Your Excellency, to come to the Chorus headquarters to see the pilot project, what it does, and what resources we are going to raise through enforcement, instant enforcement of traffic. We are in the tail end of negotiations and conversations with the private sector. We should be able, by the end of this year, to put in the most of the hotspots, which is actually the A8 road from Mombasa to Malaba, Your Excellency. We should be able to put speed cameras. I will be gazetting in another 1 week or so the task force that will work on the smart transport system, which will encompass the police, the judiciary, the county government, the national government departments, including NTSA, to work on the legal framework for that enforcement. And with that, Your Excellency, we hope that we will make even greater recommendations on the amendment of the Act. We are not just putting technology for enforcement, we are also putting technology not just for the roads, Your Excellency, but vehicular telematics. Vehicular telematics, you saw it, Your Excellency, in the demo here. And it's already being used by transport companies, by PSV companies. That technology is going to sort many problems in this country, especially in the education sector. We have agreed with my colleague in education that we will make sure that this becomes mandatory for all our schools, that they can be able to monitor all the buses as they travel across the country. I can speak on this subject, Your Excellency, because it's extremely very important for us. I gave a directive the other day that we need to move the markets from the roads. Your Excellency, this is a bottom-up government. You have prioritized markets across the country. And every county now has 2 or 3 markets. We were with you in Dondiani, around the area where an accident occurred, and there's a market you launched there. We have a market, I'm sure, coming up near Kangemi here, Your Excellency. The serious accidents that have happened along the markets in the highways requires, again, a serious partnership with the county government so that we provide the markets off the road. We have promised under Kenya that we will make sure that we have access roads that people can drive to the market, because many Kenyans would like to purchase their goods while still inside the car. We'll make sure that they can drive through, Your Excellency, the way we have in other joints all over the world drive through, so that they can buy their goods and go. But their markets must move from the road, because Kangemi is a disaster in waiting if we are not going to be serious on this issue. Your Excellency, I'm passionate about this subject because it's about saving lives. And I believe that in this ministry, working together, enjoying the partnership based on the plan, I don't want to say more than that, because it's your responsibility today, Your Excellency, to help us launch this very important plan. We will come back to you, Your Excellency, again, as I said, under the summit. And then thereafter, we will have this plan, hopes that we now have a comprehensive policy on road safety that we are going to develop and bring to the cabinet, Your Excellency, so that for the first time since 1963, this country will have the first comprehensive policy on road safety that mandates everybody. Road design now are being done independent of road safety. So we want now to do road designs integrating road safety, road markings, road designs providing for non-motorized transport. 42% of the people in Nairobi walk on foot, yet we have put more concentration on vehicles, Your Excellency, while less than 10% drive themselves to come to the city. The others use public transport system. So what are we going to do? Let's be like other cities in the world. Today in Nairobi, those people are walking, Your Excellency, because they cannot afford a car. They all dream that they can afford a car or public transport system. But in the other parts of the world, countries like Sweden and other places, including where Ambassador Narieta comes from, people are walking by choice. They prefer going to work despite having cars, despite all these kind of things. Your Excellency, again, we are going to make sure that this policy is going to have all these integrated together in a national policy. Without any further statements, Your Excellency, it is now my greatest honor, privilege to invite His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto to come and launch for us the plan. Let's put our hands together to welcome His Excellency the President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. I have been listening very carefully to all the statements that have been made.